Welcome to the Bare Metal Cyber Security Plus podcast. This series helps you prepare for the CompTIA Security Plus exam with focused explanations and practical context. For a companion study guide, check out the Achieve CompTIA Security Plus 701 Exam Success by Dr. Jason Edwards. It is the most concise and complete Security Plus guide on the market, built for busy professionals who want to pass the exam fast and on their first try. You can find this book and others at cyberauthor.me. In this episode, we are exploring two areas where small mistakes can lead to major vulnerabilities: system misconfigurations and mobile device threats. In both cases, the technology may be sound, but how it is configured or used determines whether it remains secure. Many breaches result not from sophisticated attackers, but from overlooked settings, improperly managed devices, or weakened protections introduced by user behavior. Let's begin with system misconfigurations. A misconfiguration happens when a device, service, or application is installed or maintained in a way that leaves it more exposed than necessary. This could include default settings that are never changed, unnecessary services that are left running, or weak permissions that give users more access than they need. Common misconfigurations include open directories on web servers, databases that are accessible from the internet without authentication, and applications running with administrative privileges by default. Even a simple error like disabling logging or leaving unused ports open can provide a foothold for an attacker. Practical scenarios help highlight these risks. In one case, a cloud storage bucket was set to public access by mistake. Sensitive files, including customer information and internal reports, were indexed by search engines and downloaded by unauthorized users before the misconfiguration was noticed. In another case, a firewall rule was written too broadly, allowing anyone on the internet to connect to a development server that should have been isolated. The key to preventing these issues is to implement strong configuration management. This starts with defining secure baselines for systems and regularly auditing them for compliance. Configuration management tools can automate comparisons between live systems and approved baselines, alerting teams when unauthorized changes occur. Administrators should disable unused services, enforce least privilege, and review logs to detect abnormal behavior. Patch management and access control reviews are also essential components of a secure configuration strategy. Now let's look at mobile device vulnerabilities. As mobile devices become more central to work and personal life, they also become prime targets for attackers. Their portability, always-on connectivity, and blend of business and personal data make them both valuable and vulnerable. One common risk is sideloading. Sideloading is the practice of installing applications from sources outside of the official app stores. While it allows users to access apps that are not available through standard channels, it also bypasses many of the security checks that app stores perform. Sideloaded apps may contain malware, spyware, or backdoors, and they often request excessive permissions without the user realizing it. A real-world example involved users downloading a fake version of a popular messaging app from a third-party website. The app appeared to work normally, but in the background it was logging keystrokes, stealing contacts, and transmitting data to an attacker-controlled server. Because the app wasn't vetted by the official app store, the malicious behavior went undetected for weeks. Another major mobile threat is jailbreaking or rooting. Jailbreaking refers to modifying an iOS device to remove manufacturer restrictions, while rooting does the same for Android. Users often do this to gain more control over their devices, but in doing so, they disable critical security features and expose the device to elevated risks. Jailbroken or rooted devices may allow apps to access system files, disable sandboxing, or bypass security checks. This makes it easier for malware to gain a foothold, especially if the user installs untrusted apps or visits malicious websites. Organizations should detect and block jailbroken or rooted devices from connecting to corporate systems. Mobile device management tools can enforce compliance and alert administrators to unauthorized modifications. To secure mobile devices, organizations should implement clear mobile use policies. Devices should be encrypted, protected by strong passwords or biometric authentication, and configured to lock automatically after inactivity. Remote wipe capabilities allow administrators to erase data from lost or stolen devices. Applications should be vetted, and users should be trained to recognize risky behavior like installing apps from unknown sources or accepting suspicious prompts. For devices used in a business context, containerization is another helpful approach. This separates personal and corporate data, ensuring that sensitive information stays protected even if the user's personal apps or activities pose a risk. As you prepare for the Security Plus exam, remember that misconfigurations and mobile vulnerabilities are often about human behavior, not broken technology. You may be asked to analyze a scenario where a server was left open to the public or where a user's jailbroken phone became a point of compromise. Be ready to identify these risks and recommend policies, tools, or configurations to reduce the attack surface. Watch for clues that point to default settings, broad permissions, or risky mobile practices. These often signal configuration and usage issues that can be easily avoided with the right controls. Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Bare Metal Cybersecurity Plus podcast. For more episodes, tools, and study support, visit us at baremetalcyber.com. And before you take the test, make sure to check out the practice questions in the book Achieve CompTIA Security Plus SY0-701 Exam Success by Dr. Jason Edwards. They cover every domain and are a powerful way to lock in your knowledge.